score in the first play every game? Come on, man.
He's a family man now. He's a family man now. But
Most definitely.
we're bringing you Rodney Adams, former USF Bull. Rodney, hey, you and your daughter tell the people hello.
Look, you say hello? You say hello? No, she's sick right now. She's sick.
Well, tell the Bulls fans out there what you've been up to, my man.
Man, I've been good. Just moved to Colorado, with the family. Just started my own company up here. So, life is good, man. Got 2 daughters.
We are here. We're back with the Bulls, and we just want to know the most intriguing stories you had as a Bull. I guess number one, let's start off with how you guys rose from being a doormat in the conference to being one of the dominant teams in the conference during your time.
I think it started when, well, in the beginning, it was just Coach Taggart trying to figure out who we were as players and us trying to figure out who Taggart was as a coach. But then I think my junior year, that's when he just, like the switch just flipped and he decided to let us just be who we were, just play how you play. And that's when everything just started clicking. The defense just started creating turnovers out of nowhere. They started playing for each other. Us on offense, we were just literally like a band of brothers. Everything was clicking. The running game was going on. The passing game was going on. Q was, being a magician in the backfield. It was, once he started letting us just play football and be free, that's when everything just started clicking on every basis, every single game.
Devin said the same thing. Devin was like, "Yo,
it was more of always just it was a free for all with us. It was once we started winning and we figure out that formula of just kind of letting it hang loose. That's how it was.
Yeah, it's fact. The proof is there. And once he started letting us play, everybody was so free. It just from the field to the sideline, everybody was just on one page, and it was just like a magical experience.
now you originally committed to Florida, correct? But then had a change of mind. Some things happened, and you became a Bull. Okay. Why?
So the main reason was, my mom had passed away my freshman year. So with those circumstances, I just wanted to be closer to my family, back in St. Pete. And then when the opportunity came that USF was open for me, that's when I decided to go to USF and play closer to home. And my family, they came to every single game. They didn't miss not one game. They came to every event that we had at USF, and that's what I was looking for because my mom wasn't there to do it. So I needed like both my grandmas to be there, my aunt to be there, my younger brother Tonio, cousin BJ. I just needed all of them to be with me. I had to stay strong for them, and they were strong for me. So, um, family.
Every former football player says, I'm one of them. Every one of them. Hey, the best time about playing is the locker room. The camaraderie in the locker room. If there was a camera and folks could hear the conversations and know what was going on in the locker room, they'd be it would be well worth the price of admission, right?
Man, unequivocally, the locker room is, man. It's so different, man. Like I remember the best time that we had in the locker room to me was when we did like the mannequin challenge.
Good work, Caleb. Good work, Caleb.
That's when like, oh my God, that was so fun. Everybody was trying to figure out what they wanted to do, how they wanted to pose. And everybody was just talking to each other, the coaches. Man, that time in the locker room was probably the most genuine fun that everyone had at once.
Okay.
That's like the coaches and the players, like
Okay.
conversation, everything. Like everyone was just on one page.
Who was a locker room clown? You just knew they were gonna have everybody laughing at some point in time, all the
Oh,
time.
Tice. Darius
Tight,
Tice. Easy.
all the time.
Yeah, easy.
What's your best Tice story? Give me your best Tice story.
It was actually on the sideline. Uh-oh. Hold on,
You
baby.
good? We're still on. You good?
So I'll have to say it was on the sideline. We were playing, I think it was Cincinnati. Was that Cincinnati? Because I think I scored first play of Cincinnati game, and then Tice just came up to me and was like, "Rod, is that what you're doing now? You scoring the first play every game? Come on, man! You get the ball, you just touchdown." He had everyone rolling on the sideline. That jump was so funny.
so,
Like
so,
this is during the game though. Like we just scored. This like man, it's having people dying laughing on the sideline.
stay on that theme. So Devin goes, yo.
He'd walk in by, hey, I'm gonna let you guys know right now, we're gonna get the ball first, and we're gonna score on the first play. The first time he said it, we gonna score on the first play. All right.
Yeah.
And he said he did it twice. He said he did it versus Florida State.
There's Flowers, pump fake, airing it out, throwing long, Rodney, he's got it at the 50, it's a foot race, and that means 6, Rodney Adams, touchdown, USF, 84 yards on the first play from scrimmage, Bull 6, Florida State, nothing.
Right?
Yeah.
That was you on the home sideline down the street,
Yeah.
right? With the stack formation. I remember that one.
Yeah.
And I think Valdez Scantlin against shoot, I forget that one. But I think Marquez scored on the first play also.
I think so. It happened. It happened 3 times because it was one. It was one versus Florida State. Then I had another one against Cincinnati,
Okay.
and then I think Valdez scored. It was either SMU,
Tulsa or SMU?
Tulsa. I think it
Tulsa.
was. It was one of those 2 teams. I know that.
Okay. But Devin said Coach called it. Like he said it. It was never a time that he called it and it didn't happen. Devin said he called it both times and it happened.
So it actually started in practice. So
Okay.
I forget, we were in meetings at first and he was like, I want to try this. So then we went to the field and we ran it first play against defense. Like defense didn't know about it. So we ran it against the defense. Of course Devin gonna say, no, we stopped it. No, we stopped it. Nah, Devin. Y'all didn't stop it. Devin will never stopped it. So we did it in practice, first play of team period. And then that's when he came to the after we did team period, we get water and stuff. That's when he said, we're gonna score first play on this play. And then it just transpired in the game. Like every time he called it, it happened. Literally every single time.
What was his magic? What was Coach Taggart's magic?
His magic was just letting us be us. Like he would tell you how it is. Like it didn't matter if we were losing. It didn't matter if we were winning. He would tell you how it is, and it did not matter. Like once he figured who we were as players, he understood. Once he figured out, how to let everyone's background play for them, he understood. We understood. We knew that he wanted things to be different. We knew that he wanted Ray J to be rocking. We knew that he was a player's coach, and like I said earlier, it was just clicking for us. Like he just let us be us, and that's where I think we succeeded the most because everyone has different strengths and all that stuff. But once you get everybody playing to their strength and playing on one accord, that's when things change, and that's what Taggart did best for us.
When you got to the league, who was the one guy that was better than you expected?
One guy Adam Thielen by far, because I actually trained with Adam Thielen. This is before I even knew who he was. Because I trained up at Disney WR Sports in Orlando, and this is where Adam was training at. And I would ask him a whole bunch of questions like, how's the playbook, how's the NFL and all this stuff, and he would tell me. And watching him run routes, I'm like, I could do this. And I was like, ain't nothing special, man. Adam Thielen. So then I get drafted to Minnesota, and then I see him, you know what I'm saying, like actually, breaking people off, like breaking people off. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh, man, yeah, he actually pretty nice.
Check out the catch, though. Wow. Not clean.
35. Wow. Somehow, some way, that is caught by Adam Thielen.
Receiver in the National Football League over the top of the helmet to make that catch. How do you defend that? P.J. Williams saying, what do I got to do?
Nice. But it was when I realized that Steph was on the team too. So it was both of them like sharing like insights. Like, this is how you do this and this is how you do that. But Adam, he really snuck up on me because he's sneaky fast and he can break you off.
You've seen the Bulls the last few years, obviously. After you left, we took a dip.
Yeah.
But now they are much improved. What is your impression of the Bulls this season?
This season, so the game against Navy, I can say that they were actually playing for each other. The years before, you can just see that they weren't playing with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone was just so individual. But this game against Navy, you can actually tell that everyone was like on one accord.
Okay.
And I hope that continues throughout the season because it showed, on TV. It showed. You can actually see it in the players and the coaches. So I just hope that they continue to play for each other, play on one accord, and they'll win. They'll win out. Honestly.
Hey, Rod, we appreciate the time. And that little baby girl, that little baby girl of yours is too cute.
All right, thank you.
We're gonna touch base, man. We'll get back at you, but thank you for your time again.
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you for having me, man.